3036. So I am down 1 pound and 3 ounces. Thank you. Our little grocery haul. I'm just showing you the stuff I got for me. I'm going to try these yogurts. And then I got rice. The brown rice has way less sodium than the yellow rice, so I just put a little bit of barbecue sauce on it. And then it's yummy and seasoned. And then I got sausages for me. And then nothing in there's for me. The water. So, yep. I'm going to start off my morning with this Chobani Zero Sugar Greek Yogurt Key Lime Pie. I've never had it before. I'm not a yogurt person, but, you know, I'm learning how to eat the Greek yogurt. But key lime, I've had key lime pie before, and I like it. So even though it's like a tart, it's an expected tart, like when you eat something that's lemony, that I'm like, okay, so we're going to start trying by this key lime. I got zero sugar in this one and in another one, and then I got the ones that do have some sugar in it as well. I wanted to test them both out, because if I can eat the zero sugar, then I'll just eat the zero sugar. But if I can't, then at least I can get some protein in, and I'll try the ones that have a little bit of sugar in there. But this sucker's only 60 calories for the whole thing, and it has 12 grams of protein, and I'm not having to add anything to it, so I'm not adding any berries or anything. If I don't like the taste, or if it becomes too much to just have spoon after spoon of the same texture, I will go add some granola. But I'm just going to try it plain right now and see how it goes. It is 11:35 in the morning. This is the first thing I'm eating. I finally got to sleep in. It is not a gym workout day, so I got my 8 hours of sleep. I did close my eyes at 11:45, and I actually went to sleep. And then my husband woke me up because I had to feed the dog at 8 because he's on a strict feeding schedule, and we rotate. So I'll do it one morning, he does the next morning. And then we went to the grocery store or whatever. And so, yeah. So after I fed the dog, I went back and I rested until was it 10 o'clock? It was at least 9:30, because I don't think we were at the store that long. So I got a little bit more sleep than the 8 hours. And I was dreaming and everything when he woke me up, and I was like, oh, I got a book idea. I also did a little better yesterday with the water. I finished 4 full bottles. That was half a gallon. And I had started on a 5th bottle of water. I was peeing all day, so my body clearly was dehydrated. Today, I am already down this far, so this should be gone by the time I finish this yogurt, and we'll be on to bottle number 2. So I'm really happy about that. Today's goal is protein. So that's how I'm going to kind of structure the meals. This is not going to be all of my breakfast. I guess it is going to be my breakfast because it's already 11:30, so it's technically already lunch. But I want to finish editing the video for yesterday's vlog and get it up while my brain is yeah, I have the energy to do that right now. I have the mental energy. So I'll be eating this while editing that video. And then I am going to try to do a quick walk. The one thing that makes me weary about doing walks after meals and stuff is not the exercise part, it's sweat. I don't like to sweat. And I'm already in my clothes for the day, my clean clothes for the day. So I don't want to get them sweaty. So but it's winter, so that might work in my favor and I not sweat. But it does need to be a fast-paced walk, which will totally happen if I bring my dog with me, because he was trained to be a seeing eye dog, so he used to follow beside you really closely, but we accidentally untrained that out of him, so now he's I'm gonna tug you. I'm gonna tug you along. So I'm gonna try to do that after each time I eat today and see how that goes. That was one of the things that I've been seeing on, I've been watching a lot of Honey Bison. It took me a second. I've been watching a lot of her videos, and that's one of the things that she recommends is taking a 10-minute walk. It doesn't have to be long, just a 10-minute fast-paced walk after all your meals, and it'll add to your daily expenditure. And today is a like active rest day, so I do want to be a little active today. So those walks would kind of be that activity. And I do have like a 10-pound dumbbell, so I might do that because we've been using the kettlebells and stuff during the workouts, but it's not quite the same as some of the like strength training when we were doing mostly machines. We've been doing a lot of body weight workouts lately, so I might do something where like if I'm sitting in my chair and I'm just watching a show, I might lift weights because I do have some dumbbells over there. Oh, they're only 5 pounds. I have like a 10 or 15 pound metal one somewhere, but anyway, 5 pounds will be fine, especially if I'm doing it a lot. People don't realize when it comes to lifting weights, it's not so much about the weight, it's about the reps. So if it's a lower weight, you just do a lot more reps. If it's a higher weight, you can do fewer reps. But yeah, you're just training that muscle. So yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. I need to do that. I need to make that my routine. Is like if I'm watching TV, I'm lifting weights. I think I could do that. And I have some resistance bands too, like a whole pack of them. So I feel like I can do some like light stuff with it. I got a couple resistance bands up there, but I also have a pack that's like the circle kind of resistance bands. I'm actually excited about trying this out. I might try to find like a resistance band like workout, and then that way if I don't want to do the walking, like if I go out and I'm like it's cold or I'm getting sweaty, I don't like this, I can do some resistance band stuff because it'll get your heart rate up and you'll get a stretch, but not necessarily producing sweat. So anyway, I was like, I only want to sweat during my workout, and then I come home and I shower and I put on fresh clothes. So I did wear this shirt yesterday to my singing lesson, and I had on pajama pants. I was like, I just gotta put on clothes for an hour and then come home, and it's like you can take them off and get right back in your pajamas so they're still clean. But yeah, in the car, I was reading the High Five Habits by Mel Robbins, and the chapter that I was reading was about jealousy. And it's so cool that she has one part on here, and she's like reframing like how you see jealousy, but also let me find the actual line. And this is one that I've lived by naturally. This is how my brain is wired to think this way. But it says current limiting belief: if someone else has it, I can't. And then flip it and it says their success is just proof that I can have it too. That is how I feel, and that's why I really enjoy when my friends are being successful, because I'm like, I have access to someone that can give me information about how to do this. And also just seeing that like someone that I'm friends with, especially people that I've been friends with before they've had any level of success, succeeding, that I'm even closer to like that rim of like I can do it because they can do it, and they're just a normal person like me. Like I know they're not coming from a background of like extreme privilege. And that was one of the other things too that I was hearing from the Honey Bison channel, because I've been like binge watching some of the videos, is like when you are looking for creators to follow in like your niche, or you're going after a certain goal like weight loss, you want to find people that have a similar they're on a similar journey to you. You don't necessarily want to be following people that aren't, because it's going to be different. So like if you're a smaller person and you only have to lose 20 pounds and your like calorie deficits are going to be a lot different. Your calories are going to be lower that you can eat during a day. So like following someone that's my size, you're not going to be able to follow like their meal plans and stuff because they simply have more calories than you do. Or just the method of which you are losing weight. I don't need to be following people that have had the surgeries or GLP-1s, because I haven't had the surgery and I'm not taking a GLP-1. So it wouldn't necessarily be helpful to me unless I was considering doing one of those things, which at this time I'm not. I know I'm not going to be having any bariatric surgeries. I've looked at them before. The reason why is because I have had GERD in the past. I've kind of figured out, how to manage that, and then the CPAP helps for that to not happen, because a lot of that was happening because I had undiagnosed sleep apnea. So I was like stopping breathing, and then my body would like make me breathe again, and it would make me have like acid reflux. So, but that's one of the things that can happen to you when you have the surgeries. And then the other one is like the dumping issues, where like you have too much sugar or something, and then you're just like instantly gotta go. I already have like some IBS related symptoms. I don't want to make those worse, but also the amount of the like your stomach is so small, you can re-stretch it out. So there are people that have had the surgery, they lose their weight and they put it all back on. So I'm like, oh, and then the other thing is, because you're losing the weight rapidly with those surgeries, you're more likely to have a lot of loose skin, because the faster you do it, the less time your body has to like catch up with you. And so you're going to need like loose skin surgery. I really do not want loose skin surgery. I have OCD. I feel like all the scars would really bug me. And so I don't want that. I don't want that. So I want to do it as slow as I can while building muscle, so that even though I know I'm going to have some loose skin, it can be manageable, and not so much where I require surgery. Or if I do require surgery, like honestly, my boobs are probably going to need some. Boobies are probably going to need some, because there's some big old titty bitties. And yeah, I could see that being something where I'm like, I need this fixed. I need it fixed. And, you know, I feel like that would be fine. I don't think that those scars would bug me too much, but the other ones would. So I know that about myself. So that means that I have to make it work through diet and exercise, which is extremely hard, especially to sustain that amount of weight loss. And one of the reasons why a lot of people who try to do it the healthy way cannot, they can lose like, 50 pounds on their own, and then their body is like, no, and it like wants to plateau, and then they go for, a GLP-1 or a surgery. Because your body is trying to hold on to what you have, because that's what it's used to. It doesn't want you to lose weight. And so one of the ways to combat that is to do it really slowly and give your body time to readjust. I've seen some like bodybuilders talking about how they do phases of like bulk and then shred, like where they're eating less and stuff. And also people that are like, when you're doing the weight loss, instead of being like, okay, I'm going to be in a deficit until I get down to my goal, which for me is 100 pounds. It's a long time to be in a deficit for your body. Instead, do like 8 weeks where you're in a deficit, and then once you hit that number that you were going for, like 15, 20 pounds or whatever, once you're at that, then you maintain it for a couple of weeks so your body gets used to that, and it's like, okay, I'm good, I'm safe. And then after those couple of weeks where you're maintaining your weight, then you go on the calorie deficit again, and you just keep doing cycles of that. And so I think that's kind of what I would like to do. Like lose, however many percentage of fat, like 5% of fat, or I don't know, 5% of fat, and then try to maintain that for a while, not trying to lose it, and then do another cycle, do another cycle, do another cycle, until I've got to where I want to be. So, and to me, I just want to be healthy. I just want to be healthy. I want to be able to fit on all of the rides. When I go to parks, there was 2 rides that I could not fit on when I went to Universal that I really wanted to get on. So I'm like, I want to be able to ride all the rides. And honestly, because I'm a veteran, I have free admission to the somewhat local theme park that we have here, and it has a couple roller coasters. It doesn't have many. It's like 2. There's like one water one and then one regular one. I've always fit on those in the past, but some of the over the shoulder ones are really tight squeezes. So anyway, I want to be able to ride all the rides that I want to ride. And I would love to get down to like 50 pounds by next summer. I don't know if that's possible, but I feel like you get more rapid weight loss in the beginning than you do in the end. So, I mean, that's like 7 months from now. I feel like that could work. Hey Alexa, what's 50 divided by 7?
50 divided by 7 is approximately 7.1429.
So, seven something pounds a month. I feel like if and I will, because I'm doing this, and this is what's going to keep me accountable, when I get to the end of this month, I'm thinking I'm going to get a big number. I think we're going to have a 2-digit, just based off of the way the past 3 days has been. So I just need to be consistent. I need to work in those neat. I didn't know about neat, but that's one of the things I learned on her channel too. Go check her out. It won't be for everyone. She does, like, she watches other people that are trying to lose weight. Some of them are clearly delusional, and so they're not doing anything the healthy way, or like the type of people that would go on a Twinkie diet. And it's like, okay, yeah, you might lose your weight on a Twinkie diet if you're in a deficit, but it's not good for your body. And so she will call them out, and it could sound fat phobic to people, but she's coming from a place of like, I've been here, I've done that, you're not going to succeed this way. And she was also like in the Marines. I was in the Navy, so it's the same kind of like brain mentality, the tough love thing. It's pragmatic, it's just telling the blunt truth, and she's only like legit mean and like ugly to people who are like doing it for the purpose of like rage bait, or they're just bad people in general, and she will let you know when that is the case, and like the reasons why, like protecting pedos. Yeah, I would agree. I don't care about hurting their feelings if they think it's okay to like root for pedos. No way. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat this sucker, I'm gonna edit that video, and then we're gonna take a walk. Okay. Looking around, and he's like, what are we doing? Where are we going? We haven't done a walk in a long time. Walk? He's like, yes. I got water. And it's actually a really nice day out. It was really cold yesterday, but this is like the perfect temperature to me. Yeah, we're gonna go walk, honey. Like out of the yard. Come on. I have to remind him it's safe, because when he has on his collar, he can't. Come on. It's okay. Bear, come on. Bear, come on. We're gonna go walk. Come on. Am I gonna have to pick you up so you know it's okay? Okay. Oh, come here. You gotta go potty? My husband said, yeah, you're gonna have to pick him up every single time, otherwise you wind up untraining him. So I was like, okay. He's peeing by our mailbox. We live in the country. You're so cute. Are you going on a run? He's making me jog. My pants are falling off, my butt crack is showing. Oh, man. Oh. All right, we are 15 minutes into the walk. We're heading back now. There was 2 aggressive dogs that were barking at him as we were getting closer to the yard. I was like, okay, this is the turnaround point. And that was 10 minutes in. So now I know we can actually get a 20-minute walk without having to worry about meanies. Now there was 2 other dogs, and they were barking, but they're kind of like my dog. They bark territorial, but really they just like, I want to meet a friend. Please come play with me. Cutie booty. So I kept them out of the yard, and they barked at them, but then they all calmed down, and the neighbor was talking to me. So they have a schnoodle, and a Yorkie. So very, very cute. Even if they did come up to him, I don't think Bear would feel dominated and attacked. So, but I had my taser on me just in case. But usually I can just pick them up if there's a dog approaching, I can pick him up. But yeah, that one time I had him on the leash and he got tangled, and so I couldn't pull back on it because it would have choked him. And so I just had to yell at the dogs. And there's a little handle on the back of his harness, so I used that to pull him away from the attackers. But he really enjoyed this walk. And I just played Spotify, and my goal was to listen to like 3 songs and then turn around, because I plan on doing this again today, and I don't want to get sweaty. I'm on the cusp, but he seems to be cooling down, because this is quite a bit slower than the way down. But it was nice too, because there were places he wanted to urinate, so I got like a 5-second slow down break, and then we'd be back on the road. So I think this will be really good for both of us. I used to walk every 2 hours when I did not have a job. So when I was at home for 8 months, when I didn't have a job, and I just got him, I got him as an emotional support animal. So the thing was that I was going to take care of all of his needs. I was going to be the one walking him. I was going to be the one feeding him, everything, so that he would bond solely, mostly to me. So, but then after the 8 months, and this was like during COVID times, after the 8 months, I got a job, a part-time job. And so I'm still, even now, his like main caretaker on the weekends, because my husband has to leave for work at like 5 a.m. So he lets him out to go pee when he gets up. But I still feed him both times and all of that. But come on, baby. Come on. But yeah, so then when I got a job, my husband started bonding with him more, because he was the one that had to take him out and all of that while I was at work. But yeah, and that spot was well lit, and there was sidewalks, and so it was really nice. This is country, so we can't take like a late, like after 5 o'clock, we're not going to be able to go on a walk, because there's no street lamps. So a car just miss you. But the past like 2 or 3 months, there's been some newer, younger couples that have moved in that have kids and pets. So they've been walking their animals, and I think that has made some of the animals adjust more to seeing animals come close to their territory. So this was not bad at all. Come here, bear. He's like, I want to see what's going on. Oh, man. My dog likes to say hi, too, but if a dog tries to dominate, then he'll be like, okay. When we didn't live in the country and I took him to dog parks, it was fine. He didn't care. He'd have smaller dogs humping him. Moved to the country and he's like, now I have a territory. Oh, man. I was like, he's always good until they sniff in front of the face. He'll let them sniff butts, but when they do the face, come here. Come on. Huh? No. I live over there. I just got this one and my husband. Back. Bear's over here huffing and puffing. We got to meet some of the neighbors, and he saw some of the other little doggies. Yeah, she's so cute, baby. So cute, baby. I still haven't ate since the yogurt, so I need to cook. And I thought the walk would help make me ravenous, because I plan on getting a lot of protein in during this meal. It's going to be bigger than what I've been doing for breakfast, so. Plus it's late in the day, so it's like breakfast and lunch. But anyway, so I'm going to get cooking. But we got 25-minute walk in. So I think that's pretty good for our first one. Bear, 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 did you like our walk? Do you like the walk? You want to do the walk again today? Huh? Bark if you want to do another walk. Do you want to do another walk? Okay. I was going to prioritize protein today. This is like 57 grams of protein. And it's less than 600 calories. So what the heck do we got here? So we got 3 like eggs, like whole eggs that you have to crack and everything. I did 3. I normally did 2 because there was only 1 left in the carton. So I was like, why not? We're going to have 3. Give me a little more protein. And I have plenty of calories to use today, so I was not worried about it. And then I did 1 whole cup. A whole cup of egg whites. Normally I only do half a cup, so this is like double. I also did like double the amount of bacon for the same reason as the eggs. There was only 6 pieces left in the pack, and normally I have 4, so I was like, we're just gonna go ahead and do the 6. And then 2 little sausage patties. So yeah. Now, if you're wondering how is the calorie so low if you're measuring stuff around the same, it's because I'm comparing stuff across different brands and trying to get the healthiest version. So like the bacon is Nature's Promise. So they don't put a lot of additives and preservatives and all of that in there. There is like a certain process that they do with bacon that's cured. That's like people link it to cancer and stuff. So like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but once I found that out, I was like, I don't want cured bacon if it's going to come with all that crap. So I'll have uncured bacon. Yeah. And then the sausage is just from Butterball. And then the eggs are the Bob Evans, and then just the regular eggs that you would get. Nothing special about those. But anyway, this is probably going to take me an hour to eat. So I'm probably going to watch YouTube and eat this. We'll see. Whew. I'm a teensy bit out of breath because I had to pick them up and move them over the line again. But we are going for our second walk today. Ain't that right, buddy? It's already starting to feel a little like dark and gloomy, which for me, that makes me feel like the day's over and my energy kind of goes like kaput until nighttime comes around. And then it's like, oh, no one's working now, so bonus hours, let's get stuff done. That's how it feels, like the ADHD thing. Bonus hours! But like, there's 6 more hours left of the day. I don't want to spend it sitting behind a computer screen doing nothing. Because I get depressed when I'm doing nothing. And, but normally if I feel like that, because I don't take any action about feeling bored or depressed from sitting around doing nothing, then it's just going to be worse because I'm just going to be like, oh well, and then watch TV for 6 hours and go to bed. So I didn't want to do that. So I was like, you know what? Even though it's getting dark out, even though it's only like 4 o'clock, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to go take him for a walk. I ate, and then I watched a video for like an hour, so it's not directly after I finished eating, but whatever. We're still getting it in. So this time, I put on my fitness ring, and this one's like 35 or 50 bucks, I can't remember. It's not one of the expensive ones that does a bunch of tracking. Like, I've worn it on the treadmill before and put that I was exercising, and it did not count my steps on the treadmill unless my hands were at my side swinging. So it's not the most accurate thing. But I put it on walking this time, and I'm trying to keep my hand down so that it gets some better data. We're going to do the same exact route that we took earlier today, and we should be able to get an idea of what the walking pace is, because it shows you that. And I can take my heart rate towards the middle of it, so I can see if we are in that, like, yellow zone or whatever that you normally see on a treadmill, where, or not yellow, the green zone, where it's like, okay, you're getting some sort of fitness benefit from this. Not a hard, strenuous or anything, but like light activity, you're getting some benefit. So we're going to see how that goes, and maybe get some data on how far it is. Now, if the ring doesn't seem to be telling me how far this walk is down to the mean dogs, I will use GPS, like the Google Maps or whatever, and I can put it in. So I can use Google Maps and see how far it is. It won't tell me steps or anything, but I would know like mile-wise. I think it would be cool to aim for like 3 miles a day, because on the treadmill, that would take me an hour. Because on the treadmill, I walk at a 3 mile per hour pace. So that's about as much as I can do and sustain endurance-wise. Something's come through the woods. Is it a deer? What is it? I got my taser. I almost didn't bring it because I just know we got to turn around now when we get to the mean ones. But we can pass the smaller dogs because they'll yip at them and they'll come up, but they won't try to hurt them. But anyway. But yeah, we're going to do this. I think I might even call it like the Honey Bison Challenge. Because she's the one that was like, go on a walk. After you eat your meal, go on a walk. Doesn't have to be long. It can be like 10 minutes. And it's not about, you're not necessarily going to lose any weight from it, but like it's good health-wise. And I think mentally for me, it'll be very good to just like get me out of the chair. Plus, seeing my dog happy, I forgot how good that felt. Like, to be like, hey, let me do something for you, but it's also for me. So we're both getting a benefit. And like, doing this just means I get to see him happy more times throughout the day, not just when I'm feeding him. So I think this will be good for both of us. So I think, if you do that, either way, if I do this 3 times a day, regardless of how far it is, that is going to be, so it was 25 minutes the first time. So that would be over an hour. I think we could easily shoot for like an hour and a half a day, walking outside. Because we're splitting it up, It's not as difficult. So I don't know. Should I do it? Should I do something and call it the Honey Bison Challenge? And the whole challenge is just, like this element of it. Go for a walk after you eat. I don't know. And if you watch Honey Bison, should I add other things to the challenge? I think it would be really cool to like commit to doing this for like 7 days. I think that would help keep me motivated. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. So, and then the other thing that she, preaches or whatever is to focus on your protein. So that's definitely something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get 100 grams at least, minimum. I need to work my way up to the 140, but you got to start somewhere. All right. So the ring did not work to track because when I had left the app to go to the phone, it just like stopped the walking. It didn't track anything. So I did go ahead and take my heart rate. Shockingly, it was like the highest it was 86. Because I did it like 3 times. I was like, that cannot be right. Because before I started focusing on like getting into more exercise and stuff, y'all, my resting heart rate used to be around 100. Like just sitting there. Like you go into the doctor's office or whatever, they put the little thing, like 100. Just sitting there. So like, the weight hasn't gone down a ton. Like my starting weight when I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, we could not get any bigger ever, was like 311. And so when that happened, I got a gym membership, got my button gear. And so for like 4 months, I was exercising, doing aqua Zumba and all this other and I would take him for a walk for at least like 1.5 miles a day, and I drank water. I didn't worry about the meals. I was still eating out every day. I dropped like 12 pounds, but I dropped like 9 inches off of my stomach, and I went from a size 22 to a size 14, which I thought was insane because I hadn't been a size 14 since I was under 200 pounds. So I was like, how can I be 100 pounds heavier and be like the same size? This makes no sense. But that's because I'm just a top heavyweight person. So we actually did make it to the exact same spot, and now Bear's trying to mark it. But yeah, I'm not gonna, that dog over there barking's big enough that he could probably do some damage. So I'm not gonna go any further because I don't want him to try attacking my baby. But what was I saying? My goodness, I don't even remember. Oh yeah, so I knew my heart rate had improved just because when I would get on the exercise machine, it would take longer for my heart to get up to the 130s. And when I was sick last week, when I was in bed for like 3 days because I'd had heart palpitations and stuff, because I had been off my ADHD meds for a while, and then I took the full dose, and it was like a shock to the system, and I'd had a little caffeine that day, and it just elevated everything. It was horrible. So I knew it had gotten better because, like, when I had my colonoscopy, when I woke up and I saw the thing, my heart rate was like 60. I was like, whoa, that's really low. That's really good. And then when I was here, like, I kept checking it throughout the day and everything, and the highest it got was like 80. And I was like, what? Because to me, I think it's like athletes, like fit people, their resting heart rate is like 60. And I think some like Olympic type people, I think theirs can go as low as 40 beats a minute, which sounds insane to me. That sounds like you need to be in the ICU with it that low. But yeah, so my heart rate has improved, like my resting heart rate. The other improvement that I've had is blood pressure. My blood pressure was never high. It was always like the 120/80 perfection. The only time it was higher than that was when I had an enlarged liver, like I got some sort of infection around the start of when COVID was happening, so I don't know if it was some weird kind of COVID thing or not. But it had got up to like 137 on the top number. That's the highest mine has ever been, as far as I know. But yeah, now, like when I kept checking it all the time, the other day, because I was bedridden, and I was like, check my vitals. There was points where it was below 100 on the top number, and then the bottom was like 68, 69. So like, those things have improved. And then of course I'm building muscle with all the strength training, so even though I have a lot of fat, so you can't see all the progress that I've made, you can see the dent where my tricep is at. When I bend my arm like this, it'll pop out. You can't really see with me, hold on. You kind of can, but anyway. So there's that, and then my legs have a lot more definition. And like the calves and under the knee, like I can actually see where the muscle splits, like where the bone goes through, and then the kind of divides how the muscles show up. So like, yeah, there's been a lot of progress. But yeah, this is the first time I'm like actually trying to pay attention to the macros. And once I get the macros right, then we can focus on like the vitamins and minerals and like the micros. We're focusing on the macros now. Once that's done, next step is the micros. Make sure I'm not deficient. I am vitamin D deficient severely. Like I have to take 100,000 units a week. So I take 50,000 unit pills twice a week. So like, I know that's low. And so that leads to a lot of like lower back pain. And that's what I was feeling after I'd been sitting in the chair for like 2 hours, because I ate and then I was watching a video and all that. So I was like, you know what, instead of feeling like I'm in pain right now and have no energy, why don't I go take a walk, see if it gives me some energy back, even though it's getting darker and it makes me want to go to sleep and do nothing, like hibernate like a bear. There's something moving in the woods. But anyway, so Yeah, and I mean, I feel better. I feel like I can attack the night now that I've got a little more exercise in. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing today's video so that I just have to tack on there whatever I do this evening. But I'll probably get some more reading in as well. And I might practice the piano because I got piano class tomorrow. So anyway, we're almost done with our walk. I can't see my house just quite yet. When we round the bend, I'll be able to see it in the distance. But, yeah, I like this. He seems to like it. Come here. This is where the other small dogs were at earlier. So he's smelling them and wanting to do stuff. Okay, there's a car coming. Come over here. All right, good boy. Good boy. Whew. All right, I'm going to turn this off and put it in my butt pocket and get him the rest of the way home. All right, buddy, let's go. All right, it is 7:30 and I have a crazy sweet tooth. And it is no wonder because I looked on the macros and stuff and the carbs, I guess, which is like what sugar falls under. It's at 6 grams for the day. So I've had like no sugar. And all I can think about is my granola cereal. And I'm like, I just want to sit here and I want to eat a bunch of granola cereal. I just want to eat like a ton of it. Like just binge it. But, yeah, I've only had the 638 calories today, even though it's 7:30. So I have 2,000 calories to work with, and I need to get a lot more protein in. But also, I'm definitely going to let myself soothe that sweet tooth. So I read a couple more chapters of The High Five Habit. It's getting really good. And I'm like this far in. So, but yeah, I'm going to take a break for that. This is also, I've gotten this far down in my 3rd bottle. So I will finish that off during dinner for sure and then start the 4th bottle. And I would love to finish the 4th bottle because that'll be half a gallon. And I'm a big girl, so I need some water. And I did feel a lot better today after getting sleep and after getting more water. So I want to feel good tomorrow too, especially because tomorrow I have to work out again. So I may or may not walk again. But I walked twice, and it was longer than the 10 minutes that she said you should do after meals, so it adds up the same. We'll see. Again, y'all let me know what you think about doing some sort of, like, honey bison challenge and what the challenge should be. Should it just be a certain amount of walking, like, however many minutes, or should it be walking after every meal or before every meal might be better for me because I like to, I don't know. I think her purpose was with insulin, like regulating your blood sugar so you're not like crashing and stuff. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm not committing to anything yet. Gotta come up with parameters for it before I commit to it. Otherwise, I'll just keep making up new rules. But I do need to go eat something, so I'm gonna go get some protein in me. And then I'm definitely going to do the sweet tooth because I am so low on carbs. And you do need some carbs. My dinner is 275 calories, so it's a little over a cup of diced potatoes. They're already like pre-seasoned. I did them in the air fryer this time, so I didn't have to use the frying pan with the oil. I did spray it with like the canola oil or whatever, like very lightly on the top, and it turned out great. It was like 7 minutes at 375 in the air fryer, and then I have some little chicken breast right there. I think it was, I mean, I logged everything exactly because I weighed it by grams, but it's like a 3-ounce serving, so that's about what it is. And then I've got 34 grams of the ketchup. Now on my log, it's going to say 6 grams. There's something weird. Like I scan it. When I put in 6, it gave me the actual amount because I know what the amount was because 2 tablespoons is twice the serving size, so I just had to double everything. So the macros are correct, just for some reason I had to put in that I only had 6 grams instead of 35 because it's just messed up in the system, and I did not feel like having to put it in manually. So, but it is accurate. Other than it saying it was 6 gram serving, it was not. But the calories and the carbs and all that are correct. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat this, and because it was only what did I say, 200 and something calories, I still have like 1,800 calories that I could eat today. So I'm definitely gonna take a little bit of advantage of that and have a good sized portion dessert. Okay, I finished dinner. I am going to have dessert soon. It's 8:17 right now, so like I can literally still taste my chicken. So like, I could go straight for the dessert, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. Anyway, so instead of doing the walk, because it is dark, I am going to do one of the things that I thought could be an alternative, especially when I am being sedentary, which is lifting weights while watching videos, because I am just sitting here watching a video. So I'm going to be doing different weight exercises like that one, or, okay, so there's this one. Then you could also do curls. You don't want to extend your arm all the way. Like, you want there to still be a bend. When you do that, sometimes it strains that muscle the next day. So I've learned you do extend, but you don't do it all the way. You leave a tiny bend. And then did I already show you this one where you just go straight out? Then there's one that you do behind your head. So you cup your hands like this, and then behind the head. I'm very creaky. You just heard some bones popping. Okay. And then there is like side twist, which you saw me do. I don't know if you saw me do it in the last workout video or not. But it's like you're taking the weight, you're putting it on the other side, and then you move it to the other side. You move it to the other side. You're just doing like a little twist. So I'm going to set a 15-minute timer on Alexa while I am watching this, and then that will count as my walk. Yeah, so that lasted for 7 minutes. I didn't, so usually when you lift weights and stuff, you have a break after a minute. You take like a minute and then you do some more. I didn't take a break during the 7 minutes. And I was like, it'll be fine. They're only 5 pounds. And now I'm like, I better stop or I'm going to be super sore tomorrow. Which is, I don't want to be sore before I go to my workout because it's going to make me super sore. I want to be able to actually work the muscles. And I don't have my trainer here to like make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. So I don't want to start inventing stuff that we haven't done before. But yeah, so I did 7 minutes of that, not 15. I'm still going to count it for the workout. But anyway, okay. I'll show you what I'm gonna get for my dessert in a little bit. I just discovered how I got so big. Because I would fill the bowl all the way up, and then I would, put some milk in there or whatever, and then I would eat it all, and then if there was still milk, I would put more in it until the milk was gone. So I would go through like those big family-sized bags of like Fruit Loops, but not Fruit Loops, but you know what I mean. I would do like Fruity Pebbles was a big one, or like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like unhealthy sugary cereals, and I would have that for a meal. Guess what? It's a big bowl. It's like a dinner bowl, soup bowl, whatever. I didn't realize how much freaking fits in this bowl. It didn't look like that much. So you can see I don't even have a full bowl of cereal here. It's like half of this bowl cereal. This sucker is 700 something calories. And this is organic oats with like walnuts, apple pieces, and raisins, I think, and then almond milk. 700 something calories. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now, I could have just went and put some back in the bag, but I did look at my chart thing that I put together earlier today because I want to make sure that I don't undereat, because that has been one of the reasons why I've stopped eating well in the past, is because I've become very restrictive because I don't want to get hungry. And so in order to not go over my calories, I like the mentality becomes like what someone with anorexia would have, where they're like counting things and like finding the lowest calorie food and all this kind of stuff. So like I got to the point where I could have a whole day's meal and be full during each meal off of 400 calories. And then to not make my fitness pal angry, I would have like 400 calories, like 1 cup of grape juice. So I have to be very, very careful about not turning into a unconscious overeater into restrictive eating. So that's another reason for me to be accountable in here showing y'all stuff, because y'all be like, okay, girl, you eating too little, especially for what size I am. So anyway, here's the charts for different activity levels. So even for my current weight, if I was completely sedentary, which y'all know I'm not, y'all have seen me being active, to lose 2 pounds a week, I would have to eat at least 1,600 calories. Well, guess what? Now that I have this bowl of cereal, I'm like right at that number. And I don't want to lose more than 2 pounds a week, because I don't want to lose muscle. And if you lose more than 2 pounds, it's probably going to come for your muscle. At least that's what my trainer advised me, not to try to lose more than 2 pounds. I've already lost 4 this week. So weight does fluctuate. I could gain 3 pounds overnight and have not eaten anything between when I went to bed and when I woke up and gained 3 pounds. Like, it happens. Your body's weird. So who knows what tomorrow will show. But I'm going to eat my 700 calorie bowl. Y'all, I'd only had 900 calories all day with everything that y'all saw. Like that massive plate of eggs and yogurt, bacon, sausage. So it's not like I didn't eat today. But it was only 900 calories. This sugar is 700, 200 calories difference. Are you kidding me? But yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy every little bite. It was not serving the way I wanted it to hit the sweet tooth. So I added some raisins and I added some more almond milk because it was a little dry. It was dry. So that'll give it some more oomph. But anyway, so that added a little bit of calories. So now it's like 780 calories. I'm still way below what I was supposed to eat for today, which is not great. Macro-wise, not talking about calories, I am still under on everything, even with this. I'm like 130 under on the carbs, which to me is crazy, because carbs used to be like 90% of my diet. I was carb heavy, protein low. Yeah. So I'm going to eat this. And we did get, I say we, but me, this brings me to 111 for the grams of protein. So best day yet. I hit over 100. We're only 30 away.